there, this is Sanctus next, and welcome to my super awesome melon farm tutorial. What this is a automatic melon farm that works in vanilla Minecraft. But you've probably heard of these before. What's the difference? This one isn't the type of farm that just makes it easier to harvest. There's plenty of automatic melon farms out there where you press a button and then it breaks the melon for you and then you run over and collect it all. This is different. This automatically pings itself to break the melons and then push them into hoppers. And it works. And it's got a near 100% success rate. It's not perfect because the melons tend to explode in all directions, but it gets most of them. So here is going to be our parts list for this. We're of course going to need melons, hoppers, pistons, a single lever, a bunch of cocaine, some redstone repeaters, a chest, and some water. I'm going to show you what the finished product looks like and what we're going to be building today. This is the fully automatic self-harvesting melon farm. Let's get us a melon and I can show an example of it working. Here we go. Put some melons right here. When the pulse comes over to ping this section, what it's going to do is it's going to break the melon. Most, if not all, of the slices will land on the hoppers, or sometimes it will explode in all directions, just like I mentioned before. But a good portion of them, an unneglectable portion of them, will end up going to the hoppers. See, one more ping and that section of melons right there will go right into the hoppers. As mentioned, it's not perfect, but it works, and you don't have to attend it at all. Let's see. There we go! It went into the hoppers. We go right over here, and bam! The melons have entered the chest. That's 5 slices right there with no attendance. And there's another one that's grown. Let's watch this one go, and then we'll build it. It's actually quite easy to build. Mostly the hardest part is getting the parts. And oh my god, it exploded in all directions again. My goodness. You could probably build a covering over the center here, 2 or 3 blocks high, and that would probably prevent any of that from happening. But I like to see the circuitry. That's just me. Okay, let's head over here and begin our build. I've put this template here on the ground. It'll be a good starting point. This can be expanded into larger farms if need be. But I'm going to hover here for a moment so that if you need to, you can pause the video and be able to get this template down. So it's fairly easy to use. Okay, I'm assuming that's enough time to click pause. So let's go ahead and begin the build. Start off with our pistons. These slot in right at the ends of these 4 slots here. We're going to need 8 pistons total for this design. Next up, our repeaters. Bam bam, kabam. This is what's going to turn our redstone signal sideways to hit these. Let's get our 2 forks out. Okay. Now before we continue, let's go ahead and plant our melon seeds and put them in place. So we're going to need a hood patch here, 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 and then repeat it on the other side. Just going to plant them. For the sake of making the build look fancy, I'm going to get a little bone meal. Make them look all pretty and grown. I didn't think that through too much. Okay, now we need to dig our hopper trench. And it follows the shape of the place here quite nicely. And it's going to form a U shape coming around the whole place. Reason being is, right here, we're going to put a chest. And that's where all of our melons are going to head to and be stored. From there, you just hook your hoppers up. Be sure you're clicking the face of the hoppers that you want them to flow into, otherwise it won't work. You'll have just a broken path and it'll all clog up at one end. Let's go ahead and get rid of you. You're not growing in the right place. These hoppers here, for the majority of the plants, will prevent them from growing outside of the space here. For the remaining 2 plants on the ends, the redstone repeaters acting as the timer will do that role. Let's continue on. Of course, one little thing you might not know, you can put redstone over hoppers, and it's quite useful. Let's go ahead and hook up our redstone timer, which is literally just a ring of this around here. You can scale this up to make it ping less often, and it can be scaled up to larger arrays housing more melon plants. Of course, there is one other thing I need to mention about these timers. They need to be set to the full duration, which is 3 right clicks. So let's head around and get these all out to their full duration. Should take but a moment. And as of right now, these are not gonna put any melons in weird places. There's only one place for each melon plant to plant their melon. We just about got all of these. We're getting to the final stretch. And here we go. Now the reason we had a lever is this is how we inject our initial redstone pulse. Just right click it twice pretty quickly. And there we go. Our redstone pulse is injected into the system, and here you go. A running, automatic, self-harvesting melon array. And it's super awesome. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button, and thanks for watching.